Good afternoon. You can't get contracts in December. I hear that loads of times, over the last sort of couple of weeks, over the last 5 years, last 23 years that I've been contracting, people say you can't get contracts in December. They also say you can't get contracts in July and August. You can't get contracts in January. Well, of course, that is complete bollocks. So, hi guys. Hi there, Dave. How you doing? I always wondered how these Facebook Lives worked. So it does notify you who's watching. So many people say that you can't get contracts in December. Now, whilst that does mean the market sometimes is a bit quieter, in December, because some people are taking early holidays, going off for Christmas a week or two before Christmas Day, for example. So there are less people in the office in December, towards the end of December. There's less people in the office in the UK, generally towards the end of July and the whole of August. So therefore, projects don't always get signed off. They don't get budget, they don't get budget approved. Maybe the hiring managers are away on holiday. Maybe if the hiring manager needs a technical person to help do interviews, then that person might not be available because it's holiday season. So the same for December, same for January, same for Easter, the same for any holiday period at all. So is it true though that you can't get contracts in December? Well, of course it's not. You can get a contract any time of the year at all. There's all these other factors as well, the market, the economy, Brexit, the election in the UK. Dave, you're glad you're in America, not involved in this, but I suppose you've had your fair share of election things over the last few years, what with Trump and that. So, good to have you on here. But yeah, I've got contracts in December before. I've finished a job before the end of November, and sometimes I think, well, I'm just going to take the whole of December off, enjoy it, go and do all the Christmas shopping nice and early. It's great. When I lived in London, I could go and do all my shopping on Oxford Street or wherever it was, and I could avoid all the crowds. It was absolutely glorious. But I've also got contracts in December as well. So I finished contracts at the end of November, had interviews in beginning of December, and actually started roles mid-December. Okay, so, and if I can do it, that means anyone can do it. There are contract opportunities out there. And what you don't want to do is, like I see some people, especially, in this group, say is, I'm going to start looking in January, or going to start looking in February when the market picks up. You need to have your finger on the pulse now, all the time, okay? It doesn't mean you're going to quit your job tomorrow, but at least have your finger on the pulse of what contracts are out there. And you want to get known to agencies. You want to get known to hiring managers. You want the clients to get to know you. You want to have practice getting your telephone interview skills up there. Yeah, the more jobs you apply for, the more telephone interviews you're going to get, the more face-to-face interviews you're going to get, okay? So it's a numbers game. You really do need to keep up a daily practice of making sure you go through your email alerts if you've got those set up for contract roles, and follow them up every day or two. And of course, if you're in a perm job, it does not mean you have to quit your job tomorrow. You can wait, test the market out, see how things go with a few telephone interviews, and down the line, when you think one of those interviews looks like it's for a really juicy contract, then you can think about resigning, or maybe you wait till you actually get a formal offer. Okay, so don't believe all the hype that you can't get contracts in December, you can't get contracts in January. It just might mean it's a bit quieter. Okay, so what you don't, I say, if everybody else is thinking, I can't get contracts in December, well, that's a good thing for you, because if you then get back on the horse, start looking for contracts in December, then you might be the one that gets that telephone interview. And like I say, the more telephone interviews you get, the more face-to-face interviews you're likely to get, the more chance you've got of getting that contract offer. So I hope that's useful. If you've got any comments on that, then, or any ideas contrary to what I say, I'm happy to be proved wrong, but I'm just saying what it's like from my experience. I'd love to hear your comments below. Have a fantastic day. I wish you all the best. Speak soon. Bye.